Okay. So for some of you, there is something that you're completely oblivious about, something that you may not be paying attention to. The beauty of this is that it is something that is in the positive. So there might be something that you're dealing with and you're looking at it from a negative standpoint, and you're very oblivious to this being a blessing in disguise. Or this could be someone or something that is right in front of you, okay? But you just cannot see them or see it. So in the foundation here, the World card pops out. So there is a need to close out an old cycle and start a new one. So I'm getting the sense that there is something that does need to close out, something that may no longer serve you, and something that you're either looking forward to. But I feel like for most of you, it's in all sense of the word. This is like in all aspects of your life, you're just looking for something new. Maybe there's old mental cycles that you're looking to flush out. This could be a particular person. Some of you might be looking for a new job opportunity or wanting to start a new career. Either way, there is something that is circling out and something that is circling in its place of. And then with the Page of Cups here, I'm seeing that there could possibly be an offer or something new that's trying to come in for you. This could be a love situation. This could just be a new opportunity. But for most of you, this is pertaining to love. Someone is trying to communicate with you or to offer you some form of communication in terms of love, okay? Or possibly you are, because energy is interchangeable. So you could be looking out, closing a cycle with someone that you were dealing with in the past, and you're wanting to offer something new with someone new. Or this could be you're wanting to close out the old patterns with someone and start fresh and offer a new beginning with them. Okay. Yep. 7 of Pentacles. All right. So someone is either waiting on you to do this, or someone is feeling like the two of you should be a lot further along than you have been or where you are right now. This is someone that feels like you guys have been putting in the work and it just hasn't produced enough accomplishments or to a level that they would like. And so I'm getting the sense that maybe someone is waiting on you to communicate. Someone is waiting on you to close out an old cycle in your life. I have seen this 7 of Pentacles coming up quite a bit. So if you are dealing with a Scorpio, this could ring true for you because I saw that in this position as well. You could possibly also be dealing with a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. It's just a pattern that I've seen thus far with some of the readings that I've already done. So someone might be feeling a little disappointed or just feeling very anxious about the work that they've put in towards this relationship and wanting it to grow into something more. Okay, yeah, and what needs to happen is the Empress. There needs to be a new beginning here. I feel like, and I'm hearing the word stalemate. I think that whatever you're dealing with or whoever you have been dealing with, it's reached a point where it needs to go to the next level or it just needs to end, because this has been a reoccurring cycle of the same behaviors, the same type of relationship that has just stuck in the mud. It's like tires. I'm seeing tires just spinning, spinning, spinning. And there's a lot of mud that's kicking out, but there's no real movement. And you know, if you just put that image in your head, whoever is standing on the outside is just getting really fucking dirty, right? But that's it. You know, there's no cleanup job. There's no forward movement outside of the mud. Someone here feels stuck. There's a sense of stagnancy, okay? And I think that, you know, you are the one that is oblivious to the stagnancy, all right? You're kind of oblivious that this could possibly be the person, or that you are the one that could be holding up this ride here. You could be the one that's not really looking at this as being stagnant, where the other person could possibly be looking at it in this way. But I do feel like there's a part of you that wants to communicate a new type of cycle. But there's still something here that's causing, some stagnancy. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about here, Capricorn. I'm seeing some things here. I'm seeing that you are either you're waiting on a particular move to make, or you're waiting on hearing something in particular, or doing something in particular, or something to come to you before you can take this next step, before you can take this next adventure with this person. I do feel like this person is someone that you're compassionate about, or someone that has been compassionately waiting on you to make a next move. So however that plays out, this could be vice versa with this outcome here. But this also talks about being focused. Maybe you are focused on something, and that's causing you to just wait. There's a pause because of that. You might still be feeling very compassionate about a person, or someone feeling compassionate about you. And so this is why this has been able to linger on. For some of you, I am seeing that there could possibly be a third party situation. So if you are the one that's been waiting on someone, and you're not understanding why this is stuck, or maybe you do know that this person is already in another situation with someone else, maybe they're casually dating and you're waiting to be, selected as the main person or the only person. There's some third party situation going on. Or if you are the one that's waiting because you're trying to make sure that the person that you're thinking you want to move forward with, you're wanting to make sure. You're not sure because there could be someone else that you have been dealing with or thinking of, someone from your past. And then with the hangman, again, this is another energy of, just hanging in there, just being stuck. So I'm getting the idea that someone here is either between a couple different people and really trying to see who is this one that they could possibly move forward with. This is the person that they will be this King of Pentacles, the one that they will be generous to. But there is stagnant energy, like I said before this even came out. There's something holding someone back. So for some of you, you just want to celebrate this old cycle going out and this new cycle coming in, and you want to have a new perspective of, giving something to someone or receiving the generosity when it comes to matters of the heart. But I do see stagnant energy here, definitely. And it doesn't necessarily mean that all of you are dealing with a third party situation. Some of you, like I said, it's just wanting to get to that celebration, because the Three of Cups also speaks about celebrating. So you might just be waiting because you're wanting to get to that level of celebration with that person, and you're waiting for them to be generous enough to give you the opportunity to be a part of their lives and give their heart to you. All right. So don't get too scared when you hear third party. And third party, doesn't always have to be that there's something romantic or sexually going on. There could be a karmic partner, someone from their past that it's very difficult for them to let go of. This could be family and friends that are, wanting to take all their time and their attention. And so they are not able to, give, or you're not able to give fully to someone because you have so many other people around you. I just like to let people know that, because a lot of times people will hear third party and they will freak out. Okay. So again, however this resonates. All right. So in terms of the outcome, when we're looking at, you just waiting, or the person waiting to say or do something, and really being able to give ultimately in the end to someone here. The first card that's come out is Come to the Edge. All right. So for some of you that are looking to make this decision or make this communication so that you could, alleviate the old cycle out of your life and bring a new cycle in. It's time to really come to the edge. It's time to take that risk and just allow yourself to not be so oblivious to the possibilities of this situation. But again, with this here, time for a nap card, I see that for some of you, this stagnant energy is because this is so overwhelming for you. And so a lot of times when we feel like we have to hurry up and do something, we might say or do something that we are not completely sure about. So you want to be very careful. You do want to come to the edge. You do want to make this decision, or you do want to, close out this old cycle and bring something new and communicate this to someone. But you need to be very, very sure about this, because I feel like this person with the Seven of Pentacles here, they've been waiting on this. And so you want to make sure that you do justice to this person and to this situation, relationship, between worlds. Absolutely. So this is where you are at this point. You are between the old and what's been going on in the old patterns, the way you've been dealing with this person, or like I said, for some of you, someone is stuck between someone from their past and someone that they want to move forward with in the new. Or this could just be old patterns, the way that you've dealt with someone before that's become very comfortable for you. And thinking about coming out of the norm and doing something a lot more brighter and bolder may give you a little sense of apprehension, okay? But ultimately, you need to be flexible, okay? You need to be able to, of course, be true to yourself, do the things that you want to do, but you also need to be flexible in the sense that you need to let go a little bit. You do need to come to the edge, and you do need to understand that you, of course, are not the only one that's involved in this. So you kind of need to give and take here. There's got to be some flexibility here. And for a lot of you, you know that this is what needs to happen. You know that there needs to be a change, regardless of if it's going to be to move forward or to let this go. But I feel a really good sense that with this Oblivion card coming out, that there is something here that could be very, very sweet, very, very promising. But for some reason, it could be emotional issues that you have within yourself. It could be insecurity. It could be the fear of the unknown. Something is closing your eyes to what is right in front of you. And so it is time to really evaluate this here, because someone might not choose to hang on, Capricorn, much longer. Or if you are the one that's hanging on, you might, choose not to stay in this because, it can be very disappointing to wait for a very long time for something that you're hoping for, and someone is just totally oblivious to how you feel or how things are not progressing. And so it can be very daunting, and it can cause a stalemate, and it can cause some feelings of resentment. And so you don't want that to happen. So if you are struggling with this, Capricorn, if you are the person that is wanting to communicate, but you're still not sure, I think that it would do justice to really let the person know that you are dealing with understanding what it is that you really want, and you're not trying to purposely keep them at bay, and let them know where exactly you are. If you are between both worlds and you are looking to do something different, but you're not there yet, just articulate that to them. You just don't know how much communication could really set the tone for someone to be able to breathe a little bit and say, okay, at least this person is thinking about the situation and not just being totally oblivious to how I'm thinking or feeling. So communication here is key. And I think this is why you are the Eight of Wands. You're sitting here thinking about communicating, or thinking about a form of communication, which is good, but it is good to act on it, but just don't communicate something that you're not ready to sign yourself up for, if that makes sense.